Hello, and welcome to the Disney Plus This Is Me Pride Celebration Spectacular. I'm Nina West, and I'm here to guide you through a magical, musical, and meaningful celebration of the
LGBT population of America seems to be roughly doubling every generation. According to a recent Gallup poll, less than 1% of Americans born before 1946, that's Joe Biden's generation, identify that way. 2.6% of boomers do, 4.2% of Gen X, 10.5% of millennials, and 20.8% of Gen Z. Which means if we follow this trajectory, we will all be gay in 2054.
And like our leadership over there has been so welcoming to like my like not at all secret gay agenda, my like not at all secret gay agenda, my like not at all secret gay agenda. And so like I feel like maybe it was that way in the past, but I guess like something must have happened in the last like they're turning it around, they're going hard.
I really wish I could wear one of those princess dresses to the ball. I am gonna grant your wish, because I am your fairy godfather. Have you ever seen such a splendorific dress?
Just saying that when things change this much, this fast, people are allowed to ask, what's up with that? All the babies are in the wrong bodies?
Welcome to the Pink Palace, my lovely friends.
I first discovered drag at 13.
My drag name is Vanessa Shimmer, and she is just a force you cannot reckon with.
Gender nonconforming characters are in the background. And so it's not just a numbers game of how many LGBTQ plus characters you have. We got the further, the more centered a story is on a character, the more nuanced you get into their story. And especially with like trans characters, you can't see if someone is trans. There's not one way to look trans. And so kind of the only way to have these like canonical trans characters, canonical asexual characters, canonical bisexual characters is to give them stories where they can like be their whole selves.
This is the first
This is what they're putting on my kids' Netflix.
Truly be myself. I'm trans, Norma.
Get the fuck out of here.
This is a new kid show on Netflix called Dead End Paranormal Park, so watch out if your kids are watching this. Let's take a look at some of the characters. First, you got Barney, who's apparently a gay, teenage, Jewish, trans boy. Then you have Norma, and in case you were worried about what this cartoon character's sexuality is, apparently she's attracted to multiple genders, presumably bisexual. And it might have shown in that preview, but when I looked up the trailer on Netflix, there was no mention of any bisexual character, trans character, nothing like that. And what age do they think this is for? Year 7. 7-year-olds watching this stuff. Unbelievable. All I'm saying is be diligent about what your kids are watching because they could be getting this.
I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide?
Baby blue, pink, and white represent transgender people because every letter in LGBTQ plus is equal. And black and brown represent the queer and trans people of color.
At what age is it appropriate for grammar school teachers to discuss issues like sex and gender with their students? Should it be done with kids as young as pre-K, second grade, fifth? Even a decade ago, the most common answer would have been never. These are simply not appropriate subjects for young children. If, for some reason, they did have to be raised, it would be the parents' job, not the teachers. Today, it's much different.
Hey, Blue, look at all these families! Hi, families! It's time for a pride parade.
Families marching 4x4, hurrah, hurrah! Trans members of this family all love each other so proudly, and they all go marching in the big parade. Come join the fun!
Not long ago, when adults asked a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? They meant what profession? And it's okay to ask questions about something that's very new and involves children, because we're literally experimenting on children. Maybe that's why Sweden and Finland have stopped giving puberty blockers to kids, because we just don't know much about the long-term effects. Although common sense should tell you that when you reverse the course of raging hormones, there's going to be problems. We do know it hinders the development of bone density, which is kind of important if you like having a skeleton. Fertility and the ability to have an orgasm seem also to be affected. This isn't just a lifestyle decision, it's medical.
Hello, everyone.
Look, it's a mysterious new princess.
Whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
Last summer, we removed all of the gendered greetings in relationship to our life skills. So we no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We've provided training for all of our cast members in relationship to that. So now they know it's hello everyone or hello friends. We are in the process of changing over those recorded messages. And so many of you are probably familiar when we brought the fireworks back to the Magic Kingdom. We no longer say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We say dreamers of all ages.
From 2017 to 2019, our database showed a more than 200% spike in queer and gender minority characters in children's animated TV shows.
Erica Anderson is a prominent 71-year-old clinical psychologist who is herself transgender and who now says, I think it's gone too far. She's come to believe that some children identifying as trans are falling under the influence of their peers and social media.
Making friends has been a hard thing for me to do. When I'm becoming emo, become more confident.
Let me make sure you are appropriately fluffed.
A whole new world. That's where we'll.
Coming up with guides on how to change your photo, information about pronouns, working with our benefits team to give information about gender affirmation procedures, both for our employees who are transitioning and trans, but also our employees who have kids who are transitioning.
If this spike in trans children is all natural, why is it regional? Either Ohio is shaming them or California is creating them.
I'm here as a mother of two queer children, actually, one transgender child and one pansexual child.
Singing out loud. Let me see you all be proud. Come on. Dancing it out. Let me see you all be proud.
One of our execs stood up and said, we only have a handful of queer leads in our content. And I went, what? That can't be true. And I realized, it actually is true.
Ace, Bi, and Pan grown-ups you see can love each other so proudly.
The princess who came to your ball tonight was me. I'm Gonzarella.
I say we get rid of this old royal handbook and make a better one.
And in our new handbook, everyone can come to the ball dressed however they like.
Muppet babies, they make their dreams come true.
Children are impressionable and very, very stupid.
Doesn't it just fill you with pride, showing who you are on the inside? Wave that pride flag up high, be true to you. Happy Pride, everyone!
I now pronounce you Garnet.
Our deep concern that our children are being prematurely sexualized and thus confused about their identity is manifest in Florida's Parental Rights and Education Act. Its text plainly states that discussion of sexual orientation is out of bounds. This piece of legislation, which now has counterparts in several other states, has in turn been mocked by progressives.
And I'm transgender.
Have you talked to mom and dad about pictures?
What do you think of taking those photos down? The constant reminder that I had to pretend I was a boy.
This is a place of love and support because we need that in this world.
This is me, and you better like it.
Bye.
You're not crazy. They're crazy. You're not crazy to be worried about what your children are learning in school. They're crazy for wanting your children to ponder their sexual identity in 2nd grade.
I don't know him, but if he wants to see the sash, then I'm happy to show him. You can look, but you can't touch. I'm sure you understand. I'm here to take home the sash. That's
probably a bummer for you guys. No? I don't.
Maybe the girl who hates girly stuff just needs to learn that being female doesn't mean you have to act like a Kardashian. Kids do also have phases. They're kids, it's all phases. The dinosaur phase, the Hello Kitty phase. One day they want to be an astronaut, the next day you can't get them to leave their room. Gender fluid, kids are fluid about everything. If kids knew what they wanted to be at age 8, the world would be filled with cowboys and princesses. I wanted to be a pirate. Thank God nobody took me seriously and scheduled me for eye removal and peg leg surgery.
And that, my friends, is what we like to call in the business Disney magic.